Hey everybody, welcome back to Spike's Speed Shop, and once again today we have something really crazy and cool. We're going to show you a little bit of some lowering and lifting and some tucking that's going to go on with a really cool car that we have rolling in here today. It took a lot of work, and we're going to explain to you why a lot of work was needed. Talk to you then. 1, 2, 3. So this is the Yukon. Is it done yet?
Yes.
Okay. What has been done?
All right. So basically, we took a bone stock, completely bone stock Yukon, outfitted it with 22-inch dub wheels, Nitto NT 420 tires, a 3.5-inch drop, blacked out the grille, upper, lower, touched up a couple paint in a couple areas, tinted the front windows, and addition of a MagnaFlow exhaust. And whenever we do the taillight tints that we are known for doing, we always do an LED upgrade because safety obviously is our number one concern.
Right.
So tinted taillights, front tinted two windows, 22-inch wheels with Nitto NT 420s, a full all-around drop, black out the grills, and LED lighting.
So is this going to be the shop vehicle?
This is going to be one of the shop trucks, absolutely.
Okay. So how many shop vehicles is this going to be total?
A bunch.
Right, well, yeah, we're going to leave it at that. So, so that's it for this one so far. We're going to cover a little bit more. We're going to come back to this later, probably next year. I'm sure we're going to have some other stuff to go over with this. But for now, this is going to be the fun ride, and we're going to get a little bit of experience with it, a little advertising friendly. So yeah, so I'm liking it. What do we got next?
Supercharger?
I like it. Alright, so Spikes, I have heard that this was not the easiest of builds ever. Can you tell me exactly what went wrong, how it went wrong, and how it went right?
Alright, so we got a 2015 Dodge Challenger here. We decided to throw one of our youngest guys in the mix here and have him do airlift 3H system, 3HP system, which he's never done before. And we kind of just let him loose on it. Everything for the most part went fine. They don't really give you any templates for your height sensors or where you should. They just tell you the obviously geometry that you should be able to obtain by mounting to the factory suspension, what you're trying to achieve with the sensors, and you kind of factor that into a roundish about area of where you should put these height sensors to adapt this airlift system for whatever said vehicle that you're putting it on. So for the most part, you definitely got the wind of the learning curve, within the calibration process. But other than that, the calibration process, mounting the ride sensors are probably the most complex part of this, if I was to call it a complex part of the job. Other than that, everything's pretty straightforward from your last 2 decades of air ride management systems and air ride install systems between line routing, other than the fact that this stuff's innovative, it's modern, updated, it doesn't handle like your old school lowrider mini truck would on bags with no shocks or whatever. It's very impressive. And it's also definitely daily drivable, with the exception of the sensors might cause a little bit of problem, especially in the Northeast region with whatever Mother Nature wants to throw at us for weather on a given day. But as far as that goes, the install went fine on the corners. Height sensors gave us a little bit of problems. They take the time, and you got to take your time with them when you do them. Other than that, take your time, you do it right, measure twice, cut once, whole 9 yards. Running everything's pretty simplistic: power, ground, feed, controller, airlines, etc. Make sure you're not near any jagged or sharp edges. Make sure everything's mounted properly, securely to the vehicle. Nothing's hanging down, because the last thing we want to do is leave this hot rod gearhead stranded somewhere out on the side of the road. So that being said, the customer has a bunch of ideas for the trunk setup of this thing, whether it be lights, you know, mounting the tank differently, etc. So we just kind of wanted to get a general idea of a basic style install into this car. Nothing crazy, nothing wild, just very low key, 45-degree pedestal mount for the air manifold, just blocked on the tank, mounted to the rear tire carrier, and 2x-air 444Cs mounted to the back. And we had the customer come down, loved it, definitely have some ideas of what we want to do for the finished product when he finishes out the trunk. And we definitely have some wheels coming down the pipeline for this too. Just wanted to make sure we could go up, go down, see what we can fit in there reasonably. Overall, we're really happy with it. The calibrating process was a little bit of a pain. We kept getting stuck on a couple steps, but you know, airlift was definitely that help once you got through the hour wait time. Obviously, because they're working with a minimal staff due to the COVID restrictions and guidelines and etc. But after that, whole process is done and over with. The alignment went flawlessly. It was almost on point for where we had it at a preset ride height. It drives great. Response is great.
So he's being really generous. So the idea was is we spent waiting on hold because as it calibrated, it wanted to calibrate left and right. It wanted to keep saying that the sensor was out of range.
Yeah, the sensor was out of its
So the sensor was out of range. He was doing all this other stuff. So we got on hold. Was it 4 times?
4 times. The longest time was 55 minutes.
55 minutes. It was funny. We'd call up and it'd be like, "You're caller number 15," and we could kind of gauge.
I can now recite back and forth the lyrics to "Careless Whisper," though.
So we did get something out of it. But in the end, the dynamics of this car was killer. I could not believe how well they pulled this off. Airlift really did a good job with it. It's just something that I felt like I could drive it anywhere. Absolutely. And I mean, the thing is that these cars, are they making like what? What was the power for these guys?
The power for these was 405. 450.
Yeah, 405. You can get it to the ground. This has a short throw shifter in it. You just can't believe how easy this car is to drive. Being as powerful as it is, and I almost want to say easy, too easy, right?
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, all in all, great build. Love what Airlift did. Just some things about, I guess, learning curve with it.
Yeah, definitely a learning curve.
Yeah, but once you get it, it looks amazing. So you guys can check the car out. Tell us what you guys think in the comments. I'm really impressed with it, and I think you guys will be too. Dude, I gotta say, all this needs is rims.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there, Alan. Wheels, and he's on his way.
What do you think for width in the back?
I mean, I'd like to see something like a 305 on it, 295, yeah. Something nice, wide,
forged,
staggered, forged, spoked.
Yep.
Something like that. Maybe an off contrast color.
And that's the beauty of these. They don't need a lot of work to.
No.
I mean, like you're gonna want to add power if you're anything like us. You know, I'm gonna get a set of rims on it, get everything dialed in. I think you got a really nice car here. So
definitely Dodge feels like it's trying to keep up with Ford in the racing department as far as what they have for aftermarket availability on parts, performance, suspension, wheels, tires, you name it. Especially their presence in the NHRA has been absolutely huge.
Now we just got to get back in NASCAR. We'll be perfect. So we're going to tell you guys about a plan that's been in the works for a little bit. This is Toys for Tots. So here at Spike Speed Shop, what's the address? 21 Terminal
Place.
I don't know why I can't ever remember that. 21 It's easy to remember.
Because horsepower is a terminal illness.
Exactly. So, but what we have here is Toys for Tots. You can stop by at any time here. Just drop your toy off, put it in the box, and we'll be happy to have you. So we're going to have a short video today, but we're going to have something cool so these guys can stop by. So we had a good showing of 2 cool cars, and there's your box. So it'll be right inside the door here. Just come in and drop stuff off. We're looking forward to having you come by, stop by, and support some needy kids this holiday season. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay guys, it was a short video today, but I wanted to make sure that we got everything in. Big Challenger build there, 6.4 liter, awesome car. And also I wanted to do a little prepping for the Toys for Tots stuff because I wanted to make sure that we got that information out to you so you guys would know how to come and donate. But otherwise, we're going to be back soon. We're going to be checking out some more from Spikes down the road here. This is an ongoing project. It's going to be fun. We're going to show you some stuff we're just working on. What is it, 350 or the Camaro?
Which one? The F-body. You have a big block Firebird. And we have the LT1, LT4, 94 Impala engine. Ripping apart. That'll be going in this weekend.
Exactly. So you guys tune in. You don't want to miss it. Talk to you then. Bye.